Urban Armor Gear is known for their military grade protection as well as unique style, but the composite case comes with a few extra features that make it a lot more useful compared to just being protective. Let's check it out. The first thing you'll notice is the UAG logo engraved into the aluminum stand on the back. There's frog skin pads along the sides, which is basically the skin of a basketball, as well as some fake screw holes because why not? The case itself is made of a soft rubber that's flexible and fairly light. The inside is lined in a honeycomb to help with impact absorption. And the left edge, which is made of plastic, actually snaps off to reveal the smart connector on the iPad. It's worth pointing out all the grooves and mechanics you see on the inside of the case, as I found it's just a home for more dirt and dust. To install, go on the left plastic edge first, squeeze the opposite corners in place, then run your fingers along the edges to roll the case on. There are spacious cutouts for the volume buttons, side mic access, similar cutouts for the power, speakers, and a fair bit of space for the audio jack. Same situation on the bottom, with a large cutout for the lightning port to accommodate charging the pencil. And lastly, for all the moms that use the iPad camera, there's a cutout for that too. Speaking of the Apple Pencil, is something all Pro owners should own or else you're doing it wrong. There's a hard plastic grip for that on the right edge. It snaps right in and has a pretty tight grip I feel I can trust to hold the most expensive pencil I've ever owned. But it does easily come off when you need it to. I do want to point out the stand does add some weight to the case, which you can feel when holding it. The frog skin grip does help a bit one-handed, but the weighted edge will feel like you're doing curls for girls every time you hold your iPad. For reference, you're adding about 300 grams and doubling the weight with the smart keyboard. So take a good look at yourself in the mirror and ask, do you even lift, bro? But the glaringly evidently prominent feature of this case is that shiny stand. It offers 5 viewing angles, which is 3 more than you actually need, and it stays in place with these tabs on the side. But it's so heavy in comparison, a little shaking will set it on the loose. I do make fun of it, but as a stand, it works really well, completely defeating our sophisticated poke test. My favorite angle has to go to the lowest setting, which I prefer the higher than usual typing angle for being able to see the screen better. It's also really comfortable for me to draw at this angle. Unfortunately, the stand doesn't do very well under pressure. That drop is a stand falling out of the socket, not another lower angle. Although you could technically use it as one. Now for the removable edge, first pop the corners out, then slide it off and set it aside. Pop the corners back in, and finally drop $200 on a new keyboard so you can do this. The edges of the keyboard fit nicely around the case's lip, almost too nicely. But the setup of the case is the same as if you were to not have a case on. You will have to skip using the aluminum stand, but still have to deal with the extra weight of it. Typing and using a pencil with the keyboard is similar to not having a case on as well. The smart connector mount is strong enough to hold itself in place, but the noticeable difference is in our poke test. Due to the extra weight of the case and stand, the magnet's given pretty quickly. You can also use the smart keyboard standing mode, but again faces the same fate under that extra weight. It will fit flat against the case if folded behind for one or two-handed usage, but the case is already heavy enough to hold, why deal with that extra bulk? Simply detach it and go about your day. In terms of protection, there is a raised rubber lip around the screen, and the corners are padded with extra rubber, providing good protection for tabletop usage as well as light drops. I get that it's the brand style, but I'm not a fan of all these hard edges, especially not the stand's aluminum corners. When using it on your lap or handheld, you can feel these edges dig into you. It's emotionally painful enough how much the iPad Pro cost me already, I don't want it to physically hurt me as well. It retails for $80 US, but is usually on sale on Amazon, linked below and to the right of my head. You can find it in this red, black, as well as a blue. If you're looking for protection, the composite case provides that in a pretty slim package, but it comes down to whether you like that military grade style look with the rugged edges. But at $80, if you're only looking for a slim package, check out the Apple silicone case, which we also reviewed here, or the affordable but protective Poetic Turtle skin that comes in at $20. That's it. If you love what you see and want to support me in creating more reviews, head over to our Patreon and enter our monthly giveaway. Otherwise, like and subscribe below if you want to see more, and leave a comment letting me know what case you want me to review next. I rest my case.